Hey everyone, it's Mr. Southern coming at you with a video about the Unit 1 FRQ that we did in class. So just want to go over it. This will be here for you to check out, and if you want to do a retake, so be it. Okay, so to get started, essentially what we want to do is we want to go through the prompt real quick. And try and zoom in as best I can because it can get kind of wonky on YouTube, I know. But basically, we have a situation where we have a database of students' names and they come in with the first name dot last name format. So mine would be Sean dot Southard, and that would be the name. For purposes of this FRQ, I used a fictitious name called Vrody Price, and that's listed as Vrody dot Price in the College Board. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically take anything after the period, the price, Price, and we're going to go ahead and spit that out as the last name along with another random number we're going to generate between 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an ID number. Okay, so all that's going to be done in the main class, or sorry, the method will be written in a different class, but the math.random will be used in the main class. So that's what my output should look like. Okay, so moving right along. So in order to do this, I'm going to ask two things. One is, hey, can you go ahead and write the College Board class that is the main class that I can see? And specifically, I want you to create the student object in that format, use the student object to call the generator method, and then store the random number, and then print everything. Before I do that, if I want to go ahead, I can go to the last class, which is not the main class, called the student class. So I'm going to go ahead and do this first because in this, I will write the name generator method that's going to go ahead and extract the last name, right? And we're going to go ahead and return that. All right, so to get things going, again, I'm going to have to write this class from scratch. So we have to do public class, and it's going to be student, okay? And then we're going to go ahead. I'll like to do indentations as well. Let's go ahead and declare our variables. Okay, so for my variables, I'm going to go ahead and declare just one, which is private name, right? Oh, sorry, forgot to return the data types. That's a string name. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and do our constructors, right? We only need one, which is going to be public. In this case, it's not going to be class, it's going to be student, right? That's our constructor. Inside the parentheses, let's go ahead and bring in string name. Okay. So again, string name is going to come in as this dot name equals name. That's going to go ahead and localize or attach the variable slash value to the object that we create. Okay. And the curly brace. Again, I'm not going to grade you in terms of the curly braces and whatnot, but it is nice to have. Syntax won't be an issue so long as I can still understand the intent of what you're coding. Next thing is going to be we have the constructor done. It's going to take in the string name as a parameter. And it's going to go ahead and attach or localize that name to the student object. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and write that method that's going to extract the last name. Okay, in order for me to do that, I'm going to go ahead and start our student, or excuse me, the method is going to return a string, right? At the end of the day, it's going to extract just the last name and spit that out. So public string, we're going to do the method name, which is name generator. For this one, I don't need a parameter, which is kind of interesting, right? Now you might ask, why is that? Well, it's because in this class, I've already declared the variable string name that's going to go ahead and house Vrody.price right in there. So I don't need an argument or a parameter to pass. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is we know what I'm going to, or sorry, what I should start with is I'm going to basically hunt for the period. So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and use index of, which is a string class method. So I'm going to do int, like dot hunter, and that's going to be equal to, we're going to use the, in this case, the name to call the index of method, and we're going to go ahead and hunt for that period, and it has to be around quotation marks. Once I have that, now I can make a new string variable called temp to house and extract the substring from name. And this is the important part. I need to use the dot hunter +1, right? Because I don't want to include the period. So in other words, if I had, just to give you an idea, Vrody.price here, I'll scroll down a bit. We would have index values ranging from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. That period is going to exist at index value 6. So if I go ahead and do substring from 6 all the way beyond, it's going to include the period. So I have to do a +1 because that first number is inclusive. Okay, once I do that, then all I need to do is return temp, right? Because it's housed there. And then I'm done. Now going back to this, the main class, I need to basically print what I just did there. So we're going to create a student object. Let's go ahead and do that. And I don't need to declare the class again because it's already done for me there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create the student objects. That's going to be just making sure I know the class. Okay, so it'll be student example equals new student. And let's go ahead and put in Brody.price, right? Whatever the dude's name is. And then I'm going to go ahead and we want to use that object to call the name generator method. I'm going to go ahead and we'll save that for the printing. Well, actually, let's go ahead and do it. System.println. I suppose I can do it right now. We can do, what was the format? Student last name. And then we can do the plus example. Oops, not example. We can use example to call the name generator method. And it's going to go ahead and print last name only. And then while I'm at it, let's go ahead and do int random number. Oops, what am I doing? Int random. And we're going to use the casting with the math.random. And I want to generate a random number between 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1. Right? That's kind of the formula there. And then at the end, I need to, normally I would add by the minimum, but there isn't one. So I'm going to leave it as that. That's going to be stored in random. So then let's go ahead and do the print of a student ID number. And let's do concatenation with the random value. And I'll print both. And that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hope that helps.